Okay, in this tutorial we're going to show you how to set up and install the GeoTheme Android app for your own website and how to publish it to the Google Play Store. Sorry about the audio in this video. I'm having to use the built-in microphone on the laptop and it's not very good. Hopefully you can understand me okay. Firstly, you need to set up the environment ready to work with the Android app. You'll need to download a very particular version of Java Runtime, Java Development Kit, and the Eclipse. You'll need to then install the Android SDK and Android Developer Tools. There's a wee tutorial too there. We'll link to all of these in the bottom of the description, and once you've done that, we'll then get started on with the app. So I have all these installed. The first thing I'll do once I have them installed is I'll need to create a new workspace. So I'll create a new folder. I'm going to create an app for a website called Newcastle County Down. So I'll call it Newcastle County Down workspace tuts for tutorials. Then we'll open Eclipse. If you don't have this version, Eclipse Indigo, you'll just have problems. PhoneGap say that it works with newer versions of Eclipse, newer versions of Java, but you'll find lots of problems out there. Once you've got it open, ignore this. This is the actual app I have published. I need to declare where this is because I've moved it. Okay, I'm just declaring where the version of the SDK is. It's okay. Now the first thing we'll do is switch workspace. Browse. Castle County Down Tuts. Okay, now this will close and then reopen Eclipse. Okay, so it's reopened. You'll get this welcome screen. Close that down and you'll get a blank workspace ready for you to work with it. So then we'll want to import the source code of the app, which I'm working in the root of the D directory. I would say it's best to work in the root of a drive. I've tried extracting the source into lots of different folders or very deep into a drive folders, and it causes problems with Windows. So if you have any sort of extraction problems, just put it in the root of a drive. I've created a folder called app source, and this is how we will receive the source for the app, and we just want to extract it, so I'll extract it here. Take a couple of seconds. And now we have the app source here, so we'll import that. Just go file, import Android, existing Android code into workspace, and then we'll browse to that folder. Android source, GeoTheme. Okay. Make sure these are all ticked, so click select all and then make sure copy projects into workspace is ticked. Then click finish. This usually takes a wee while to actually import, so okay, that's the project imported now. Sometimes in the problems section you'll get a couple of errors just from the actual source moving from one PC to another. Things can get messed up. First thing, if that happens, first thing to do is just try project clean all, click OK, give it a couple of seconds. If that doesn't work, try just closing it down and opening it again. Sometimes you have to save a project file, and that'll do that. Sometimes you'll get a problem with the GeoTheme thing. You just right click, go to properties, Android. Sometimes these will have red X's through them, so if it does, just click on it, remove it, and then add it back in again. But it doesn't, so everything's worked okay for that import. After it's imported, you'll want to first thing you want to do is just test it, make sure it works. So we'll have to initiate an Android virtual device. So click this button here. You can choose what you want. I've got a Nexus 7. Okay. Just click start. Wipe user data and launch. Now this will take another wee while to launch, so I'll just pause this video again. Okay, once that's finally opened up, which will take a long time, you'll have this Android, so we'll go ahead and swipe it open. I can close this window down. And we want to run this project just to make sure it works. Okay, so we'll go project run, where is it? Run, and then run last launched. Nope, we just want to go run, so hit this run button here. Android application, okay. It's just building away, installing it on the device. Again, this will take a while. You have to have quite a kind of powerful computer, which this one's okay, but it's not the best to be able to run things like this. Still trying to give me tutorials. Okay, we'll see the wee application is actually here. It doesn't seem to be finished launching. Well, it says 100%, so we'll try opening it. Just clicking on the actual device. Okay, it looks like it's going to open now. Do you want to monitor? We'll monitor it just now. You'll see the splash screen, these images of the splash screen, which will show you how to change. You'll notice that anything running in an emulator on your computer is just extremely slow. Or maybe it's just my computer, but everything's been extremely slow. Whenever I do testing, I tend to just export a APK and then email it to myself and install it that way. Okay, so we can see it's working. We can click about. Eventually it'll show us an about screen. Yep, so we can tell it's actually working, so we'll just close that down. Okay, so now you've imported the project, you've got it working, you've tested it. Now we'll show you how to customize it to your own website. Okay, so we'll go to GeoTheme, right click on it, Android Tools, rename application package. You want to rename this something that matches your project. It has to be unique, completely unique to the Google Play Store, so you'll have to make something up that's going to be unique. So I'll call my Newcastle CD County Down .com.newcastlecountydown.geotheme. Copy that. Okay. And you'll get this screen up, and that's fine. Just click finish. Do you want to update? Yes. Okay, once that's done, there's one more place we have to change it in here. Go to, just open up GeoTheme, open up source, and then click on this, com. And then we'll need to go to refactor, rename, and again, just use this value, same value, click OK, and then I'll give you a warning saying that there's already exists, it's because we just created it, so that's fine. Just click continue, and now we want to rename it to make it work with our website. So we'll want to go to, again, open up GeoTheme, resources, values, and then strings, and then go to the strings XML. Now this is the name that will be below the icon on the actual device, on the Android device. So whatever your project is, I'm going to name mine Newcastle CD. Control S and save that. So this will be what is below the icon. You'll have to restrict it to make. I couldn't call it Newcastle County Down because that would be too big. So we'll just call it Newcastle CD. That's a bit short. Facebook Connect we'll come to later. First we'll show you how to change it to work with your URL of your website. So we'll go back to the root of the D drive, go into the workspace, into GeoTheme, into assets, www, JavaScript, and then this constants JavaScript file. We'll open that up. Give it a second to open up. This is where mostly everything in your app, text color wise, will be changed. Okay, as you can see here, it's working from geotheme.co.uk website. We want to change it to ours, so what's quite important is see if your website resolves with the www. Then you add that in, and if it doesn't, then you don't add it in. It's quite important. So let's add it here and also here. Save that. Now this means it will now pull our information from our API into the app, and that's pretty much it for making it work with your app. You could run it again here just to test that it's working with your app, which I would advise doing. I'm not going to because I know it works. Now the next step is customizing it to look like your website, or look how you want your app to work, how you want it to look. Pardon me. Pardon me. Now these are some of all the colours that are used. Oops, I've already broken it. These are all the colours that are used, and you can change these to your heart's content. There's lots of different colours. They've got a variable name here, and then it tells you that's a post text colour, rating count text colour. So basically you can change almost any, well, you should be able to change any colour here. If you find a colour in the app that you can't change, let us know and we'll make it able to be changed. Now below this you'll find some text, and you'll want to just go through it and make sure that everything's how you want it to be. So we've got like a GeoTheme here, so maybe we want to do a Control F, find GeoTheme, and we'll change that to Newcastle County Down. Or Newcastle CD we'll call it. So I'll replace that there, replace it there, and that's the website address. It's telling you to contact for support if there's any problems. So we'll just paste in our new website, and also here. Actually the text app description is no longer used. It uses the about page description from your back end, so this you can forget about changing. Hopefully we'll have that changed by the time you've downloaded it, and there's no more GeoTheme mentioned. I'll change that even though it's not used. Here you can also change any sort of button names, colors, warning messages, please enter email. You can change everything here. And I've saved that. Now I have made my own customizations to that file, so I'm just going to go and find the file and okay, so I've copied all these text colors to colors that I want to use, and the next thing I'll show you how to do is change the splash screens and the icons. So I've already done that. Let's go to GeoTheme, let's go into your workspace again, GeoTheme, resources, and all the kind of images are in here. So I'll just go through every folder and let's make a preview of them. Check out, so there you've got the icon, the app icon. You'll want to open that and replace it with your own icon. Again, just go through here, there's a splash screen for, that looks like it'll be a splash screen for a tablet. Oh, opened up that image, there's another splash screen. So basically you just want to change them to your own values basically. Now I've already done it in my app already, so I'll just go in and copy this over. I think I can just copy everything actually. Okay, so this is all copied across. Now if I go back in, I've got my wee app icon. I didn't like the round one, so I've made a square one. And you should see I've got a different splash screen now as well. And you can see you've got different splash screens for different devices. So now that all that is done, I think we'll just want to give it a wee test. We'll run our app again. We'll need to open up this device again, start it, launch. It usually launches a lot quicker the second time round, so we'll give it a couple of seconds, see how quick it'll launch, and I might pause it or might just, once that's launched you can close this screen. So that is launched, it'll take a wee while to boot up the device. Okay, that took an absolute age to boot up, and just thought I would show you as I actually went in and ran the project, and it came up with the correct Newcastle County Down, but it still had the GeoTheme icon. That can happen if you haven't resaved the project. So if I simply just go delete something, change it, Control S, and then run it again, it should, if we can get it to run again. Oh, it's launching there. So once this finishes launching, it should open up with the correct icons, and should be everything saved properly. Okay, after I had saved that, I also had to go to project and then clean, because it came up with a few errors. But now we have it there, we've got Newcastle County Down, we've got the new icon. We'll just launch the app, show you the new splash screen and things like that. So there's the new splash screen. I'll just wait for it to load up for a second. So we can tell that it's already been, the customizations that we've made have already kind of taken place. And here we've got GeoTheme and the about. If we go to places, I'll say it's very slow on this emulator. It's 100 times faster on your actual device. Eventually it'll load. So you can see it's got all my categories for that website, and all the colours and everything have changed, so we know it's working. And I'm going to close this down because it takes up a lot of resources. Okay, now we've imported the app, we've got it working with our website, and we've customised it. And now we're going to want to export it so we can upload it to our developer account. So we'll go to GeoTheme, right click on this, Android Tools, Export Signed Application Package. Make sure you tick the signed one, not the unsigned one. Okay, export has failed because errors were found in the lint view. So we have to make sure lint checking is off. So I believe you're going to right click on GeoTheme, go to Properties, Android lint preferences, then just click ignore all. These are just usually stupid JavaScript errors, things like that, or just stupid errors. So click OK. Yes, that should get rid of all the errors. We'll just go project clean. OK. We'll just let that build the workspace back up. Okay, so now we'll go try that again. Android Tools, Export Signed Application Package. Yes, we're exporting a GeoTheme. Now here you'll come to a key store. You'll only create this once, and then you'll just keep using the same key store for everyone. So use existing key store or create new key store. So for creating new key store, we just want to put in, well, browse somewhere. In fact, I'll make a new one just to show you quickly. D workspace. No, we don't want to put it in there. We'll put it in with our source, and we'll just call it key. I'm putting a password. You have to remember this password, so write it down somewhere. I'll just make mine something stupid like change me, and I must have got them wrong. Okay, next, have to put in your alias. Let's call it GT. Password will make it change me again. Obviously you want to make yours something very secure and not as simple as change me. Now how long it's valid for, if you put in something that isn't valid until I think it's 2033, then it will fail. It won't install it won't upload properly to the App Store. So just put in something like 50 years, 1,000 years, something like that. First and last name, GT, organizational unit, dev, organization, GT, city, UK, GB. Fill in obviously your correct details here. This is quite important, but we're just going to make a dummy key just to be able to show you. And then it'll ask you where you want the APK file to be exported to, and we'll just put it in with the source again, and I'll call it cancel cd.apk. Save. certificate expires in 1,000 years. Finish. Now again, sometimes when you're exporting, for some reason it throws errors as well. If that happens, usually I just close Eclipse down, open it back up, try it again. It seems to work. So it's a lot of kind of weird things with Android, but that seemed to work first time there. So let's go find it. We saved it to our app source. We've got our key, we've got our source, and that's signed. You could simply email that APK to yourself for testing, or you can upload it to the direct to the store. I'll pause this just now while I open up my developer account. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention before we were exporting our code is the version numbers and the build numbers of your actual app. So if you open up GeoTheme and then go into Android Manifest, you'll see this screen. Now, version code is the amount of builds you've had, and the version name is like the number. So we could call that 0.1 or 1.0. I would keep to a 3-digit naming, so 0.1.1 is good. And version code could maybe be 1. And then, so whenever you upload it to Android Store, that will be installed, and the next time you try to upload an APK, it will tell you you've got the version number the wrong, or the same version number, or the version code wrong. So you'll have to come in here, increment that to 3, and increment this to 0.1.2, and then upload the APK again. It won't let you upload this unless these have been incremented. You'll get an error. So it's just a wee heads up. This just happened to me. Now, once you're in your developer console, you go to add a new application. Just create a title and a language, and then upload your APK that you've made. I've already done that. Once you've done that, you'll come to this page and you'll put in your name. You have to put in a short description, a long description. The least you can get, I haven't changed the images here to my new design. The least you can get away with here is a couple of phone images. You can add the tablets if you want. You don't have to add them, but it's probably best to. A high resolution image of your icon, and a feature graphic as well. Obviously check your application type, categories, website, contact information, things like that. And then you'll be able to say whether you want it to go live, or if you're not ready for it to go live yet. So it's published, unpublish this app, publish this app. And that's basically how you upload it to the App Store. Now, once you've uploaded it, or before you've uploaded it, while you're testing, you've maybe emailed yourself the APK. You'll notice that the Facebook Connect doesn't work. That's because you'll have to change it to your own app. So if we go into GeoTheme, Resources, or Res, if you want to call it that, Values, and then Facebook Connect, and then click on the XML, you'll see a Facebook app ID and an app name. Now you'll need to go to developers.facebook, and maybe around here somewhere. Developers. Go into the app, or make a new app for make a new app, Facebook app for your Android app. Once you've done that, hopefully I'm not going to show you anything I shouldn't here with settings wise. You need to add your app domain so you can log in, and your website URL so you can log in. I've got my iOS set up already. I've got my Android. I've got hash key there, which I will blank out, or actually I'll just change it so nobody can do anything bad to me. For the package name, you have to put in your com.newcastlecd.geotheme, whatever you've used to build your application. So in here we've got it as com newcastlecd.geotheme, so that must match here. And I'll ask you for the class name which opens your app, which is com.newcastlecd.geotheme.geotheme. So the .geotheme at the end has to be .geotheme. From here to here you can basically call it whatever you want. It could be sk.gb.ed or anything like that. It could be absolutely anything, and the class name has to be .geotheme. So whatever you've made here, copy here, and then add .geotheme. To get the hash key, the simplest way really is to open up your app, click on Facebook Connect. It'll give you an error message telling you the hash key doesn't match and you have a problem, and it'll tell you the hash key in the error message, which will be all of this without the equal sign. So basically copy that into here and put the equal sign in, and then make sure you've got single sign on ticked, and then save changes. Sometimes it can take a couple of minutes before it'll actually be working. There is another way which I will just show you as well. Okay, it tells you how to, in the actual docs for Facebook Android getting started, it tells you how to actually get that key hash if you want to get it just through the command prompt, which, let me see if I can paste this in. Export cert alias, so let's jump. Oops. Try that again, paste. Now when we're using our key, alias we made was just GT, but you'll also notice your alias whenever you're exporting the app. So if you go here and go to export signed application, next, go put in the password, use existing key store. See, you've got the alias as GT, so it'll tell you the alias there, lowercase, so I put in GT. Then the key, the release key path, so the path to the key, which is, let's go along here. Put in the path, and now if we hit enter it should work. It should ask us for a password. Now the first password is the key password you made, so that would be change me. I made them both the same, so there we go, and hopefully that matches. E72, and it doesn't. Okay, it's not going to match because I've used a different key. That'll be why. But that'll be the key that you put in here when need be. And if the key doesn't match, or rather, if you were never asked for a password here, it means you've got either the alias name wrong or the path wrong. One thing I forgot to mention, which I've noticed in the actual app, is if we go back into the workspace, GeoTheme, assets, WW, the images, I noticed still the logo at the very top of the app says GeoTheme, so you'd want to change that with your own logo here as well. And also you can change any of the images here to match your app. And I think that is everything for the app tutorial. So you can have your Android app published within half an hour. Drag this out a wee bit, explaining things, but 20 minutes, half an hour, and you can have your Android app published. As always, just ask us any questions in the support forum if you have any problems, and we'll help you through it. Good luck.